Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video of Marvel Contest of Champions. This time around I'm gonna do a battleground showcase and I'm gonna share with you the best fights I've done in week 1 and 2 and how the fights were kind of difficult and how we came around it. And this is going to be a very short showcase of the battlegrounds. The last video you guys enjoyed it, so I thought, you know what, let me do some more of these. So the first fight is Arnim Zola and I'm gonna take him out with Okoye. Now the great thing about Okoye is that he's going to apply a lot of those damage over time shocks, and on Arnim Zola is very susceptible to those shocks. But the only problem is you are not able to control the charges unless you parry him. And to parry him, the first and the second hit you are not able to parry, so you have to re-parry again and again. Depending on the RNG, if he throws a heavy attack straight away after a medium first, you have to dash back. But then there are moments where he does this, he throws 3 hits and then you parry that. So it takes a little bit of practice, it takes a little bit of while, but Okoye is a great option for Arnim Zola if you don't have anybody else, because she does take time to bring him down. So once you have that technique done on the reparry, you can control the charges and you can let the damage over time effects do the remaining, and kaboom, he's out. Moving on with the same thing, Arnim Zola again against Jessica Drew. Now he is one of the most annoying defenders there is, because every meta he has something difficult to deal with. Now in this meta, not only the difficult thing is his charges when he sleeps you, but also he's going to root you. The SP1 is going to push you like really far, and the root timer is there, and the animation for the SP1 is quite long. So if you don't time it right, he's going to root you, and if he roots you, he walks up to you and throws a heavy attack, and that heavy attack is kind of unavoidable. So you take a lot of damage. So that is really the trouble against Arnim Zola in this meta. So you have to be like really careful. Always have a special attack ready if you're going to be rooted, so you can just throw it out and deal damage to him, because if you don't have it ready, he's going to throw a heavy attack onto you. You're not able to break that the root, and you're going to take quite a bit of damage, which is disintegrate on the heavy. So that is the important thing you need to remember. So right here, I'm going to get rooted, have an SP1 ready, I'm going to throw it out. I don't want to just be in the root and let him throw a heavy in the root, because that is going to be curtains for me. I'm going to take a lot of damage. So the best way is to, if he's going to throw a special attack, that's okay, have a special attack ready, and then use the special attack to break that root, and you're good. Now the third one is your Werewolf by Night. Now Werewolf by Night is amazing in this meta, because he is going to deal so much damage, because every time you hit the opponent with the same basic attack with the node, you will give them prowess. Now once he has 2 of those prowesses, the prowess are buffs. And you know how Werewolf works. As long as there is 3 buffs on the opponent, his frenzy is paused. So all you need to do is to keep it paused and keep hitting the opponent, and you're good to go. And with all of those extra region and those power gain, you're able to kind of cycle your SP2s quite efficiently, and that is enough to deal quite a bit of damage to the opponent. And right here, this is a takedown on Jean Grey. You just have to take care about the reverse controls, but other than that, he does some really amazing damage. His ruptures can easily take out Jean Grey's protection, and yeah, just like that, before you know it, she is going to be dead. One of my favorite fights, to be honest, and boom, here's another SP2. Now moving on to a fight of Photon. Now, Photon is also difficult here, because she's going to root you, then she's going to go into pure light form, and then those specials are going to really hurt. So you need some good counters there, but I did not have my usual counters and I had to settle for Jessica Drew. So I was like, how do I get this fight done? So I have to play really slow, because I don't usually take Jessica Drew against Photon. But then on this one, when I got cornered, I'm like, you know what, might as well just try it. So here, I just played like a regular Photon fight. As soon as she got more than 10 charges, I'll just hit it in the block so she can activate in pure light form. Then I'm just running around so she can finish off her charges, and then I'm gonna go in. So right now she has 0 charges. I'm gonna wait for the SP1 out, throw my own SP2, get my Furies in, and I can deal quite a bit of damage with that. And going back in with a big SP1, I'm gonna wait her to throw that out, and there you go with an SP1. I think that is enough with all of those Furies, so whenever she will throw an SP1 out, she will die. So yeah, this meta is quite challenging in a way that there's a lot of root, and also the defender also gets a lot of those prowesses, so the special damage is going to be a lot. So you really have to play around it and find the best matchups for them. So that's why sometimes these fights are usually not that tough. They become really tough because of the extra prowess of the damage. So next one up again is going to be against a Photon, and we're gonna take them out with Yelena Belova. Now this fight is going to start a little slow, but then it's going to speed up, so don't worry about it. So in the beginning, what we're trying to do is to get all of those SP1s out, not giving the pure light form, and we are building up to our own SP2 so we can get up to those hits. You can also hit in the block to build up to 100 hits so you can activate your elimination node. So that is going to be the thing that we're going to work it out. Now I made a mistake here. I couldn't parry the SP1, so that was a problem. Here I have enough hits and I use my special attack to activate the elimination mode, but still is not there. So now I have taken her out quite a bit, but the way this fight usually works is you get into elimination mode, and once you're there, you cannot miss the opponent. Once you cannot miss, you can just go in crazy, you do extra damage, all of those instant bleeds, and you take out the opponent very quick. So the build-up is slow, but then you deal quite a bit of damage. Now, one of the most annoying defenders in this meta is going to be your Deathless Thanos, and you have to have a counter for him because of his safeguard. He can just not take damage when you throw like a big special attack or something. And one of the best counters is going to be a Nico Minoru. Now with her, you can just start the fight with your buff immunity and also adrenaline, and let the damage over time do everything. And you just throw it, you just stay there and keep throwing those SP2s and SP1s. Just be careful about the unstoppables because that can really hurt if you're not careful with them. But all in all, Nico Minoru is probably the best counter there is that is also fast for Deathless Thanos because he takes more damage over time. If you try to do like a big burst damage, he is going to have his safeguard come up, and that's going to be trouble. Now Nico Minoru also works well because when you have your buff immunity, you can just go in and do your basic attacks, and because the prowess is also nullified with the buff immunity, you add another damage over time against Deathless Thanos. So yeah, this was also quite a fun fight. And this probably is my favorite, that is a Dr. Voodoo. I recently took him to a rank 3 against Dark Phoenix. You just have to play a little slow in the beginning. For the first special 2, you have to push her to her own SP2, but then after that, Dr. Voodoo is just nuts. Here we go. I'm gonna throw a big one here, kaboom, and now I can just power control her for the rest of the fight. I don't even need to worry about her getting any kind of a power for special attack, and yeah, there we go. Not only I've given her the odd combo special 2, I've also have the even combo special 2 on me, so she cannot gain any power. No power means she cannot deal any kind of special attack, and that means no kind of Nova Flame damage. So this is probably my most fun fight against Dark Phoenix. I also have a Babita Pavakar, so he works really well, but this was the best one. And finally, we have Fentman. Now, I am going to use the Maker here. Now, I'm just using him not very regularly. He's just a very new champion for me, still learning him. But I think he is really great if you play him right. Starting off with all 3 of those pre-fights, that kind of helps. And yeah, I think the first thing I learned here is first corner the opponent and only then throw your mine, so the distance is less so you can easily parry. So the way this works, when you throw that the mine with the SP1, all you need to do is to parry, and when you charge your heavy attack, you also charge your mine. So you just keep using a parry or a passive stun, and you keep charging your mine, and you keep throwing them back on the mine for them to take extra damage. And when you think there is enough, you can build up to an SP2 and then use an SP2 while he is on top of the mine, and that deals all the extra damage to him. It takes away the mine but deals quite a bit of damage. But Fantman, you know how he is. He is he caps the damage on burst damage, so that's why he didn't die. So I have to go back in again and use my SP1 again and throw that out. So right here is the right place to throw your SP1. Just corner him. There we go. And usually this is the best place to throw the mines, so you can keep them cornered and you keep charging your heavy. So even if you throw your special attacks, you know that he's going to be on the mine. So that is the best way to deal with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it was just a quick showcase on Battlegrounds. Let me know if you want to see more of these, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.